if you want to get rid of that, the only way to do it is with Acidophilus bifidus.
Okay, the Acidophilus is a friendly bacteria.
Right.
And it's easy to take. I mean, I
Yeah,
pop mine down every day and
it's
don't
tasteless. I put it on my children's food every single day. They don't mention it. They kind of, where's my powder if I don't get it? You know.
Where's my powder?
Yeah.
After a while, it's just habit for me now. I get up
yeah.
in the morning and
Yeah.
take my Acidophilus and away I go. And big changes, big changes. It's the friendly stuff that you definitely want in your body. We're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, we'll show you what you need to do to take the first steps in reversing the aging process with your own water ionizer for your home.
Everyone knows the health benefits of using a sauna. However, a far infrared sauna takes it all to another level. Operating at much lower temperatures, the detoxification properties are astounding, removing heavy metals and other synthetic toxins from the body. You can expect to lose 300 to 500 calories per session. It's also a powerful immune system builder as well as a cardiovascular builder. And the result of a far infrared sauna session is that they energize the body. Stop by the Watershed Wellness Center at 6439 West Saginaw Highway, just west of Kreitz for a session.
Welcome back. Now, Bob, let's show the viewers how they can take their very first steps into reversing the aging process, getting themselves healthy. All of this is very simple. It doesn't require rocket scientists. Let's start with step one, which is a unit for the home.
Right. First thing you want to do is get yourself a water ionizer, or start coming in and buying the water and then get hooked on it. People will tell me all the time, this is incredibly addictive, I can't get enough of it. And it's because your body is finally really being hydrated. Again, we'll talk about those smaller water molecule clusters. They get in there and they start to hydrate it. And your body reacts and says, this is what I've wanted like the whole time. What's going on? Why don't you do this? So you get addicted to it. And so the best thing to do, of course, is come in and get some water until it gets to the point where you look at it and you say, I got to have one of these, I can't live without it, and then you get one for your house. They're pretty affordable. They're very easy to install, and once you've got it, you've got water as much as you want. I drink, believe it or not, 1.5 gallons to 2 gallons every day, and it sounds really hard, and I'm probably going to the bathroom every 5 minutes, and it isn't. You get used to it. It's a lifestyle change. I wake up with a nice big, half liter of water, and I just sort of drink it all day long. Every minute, except half an hour before a meal, during a meal, and a half an hour to an hour afterwards. And that's critical because it takes a little training. The best thing to do is hydrate your body first, wait a half an hour, and then begin to eat. But drinking water with a meal is a big no-no.
Why is that?
Well, good question. What you're doing is you're destroying all the attempts that the body has, or all the opportunities the body has to actually absorb nutrients, right there. When you start, and especially, that's especially true of any other substance other than water. And water itself, I mean, you're diluting the whole digestive process. You're diluting the hydrochloric acid that breaks down proteins. You're diluting or washing away all the digestive enzymes that are created as you chew. And a lot of people are kind of confused about stomach acid. Stomach acid is produced and should be produced only when you're chewing. We create amylase and salives and saliva in our mouths, and then hydrochloric acid down here. And again, if you're drinking water, you're washing all that out, and you're not really giving your body a chance to get at that food and attack it, break it down, take in those nutrients.
Okay, when we're eating a meal then, what should we be drinking? Anything?
Nothing.
Nothing. So we should be eating and letting the body do its own natural breakdown of the foods.
If you're going to do anything, I always say, if you have to, get yourself a raw juice, make some orange juice or something like that. At least it's a raw food full of enzymes. But it just takes a little practice. Anybody can do it. I'm not anybody special. I just started all this kind of, about 6-7 years ago myself. So, I just load up on the water beforehand, a half an hour or so. I take my Spirulina and Chlorella along with the Acidophilus and bifidus, the probiotics, about 15 minutes before I eat. Now my digestive tract is all primed. It's ready to go. No matter what I put into it, even if it's a cooked food, it's going to be so much more easy for my body to digest. Stay away from the water, especially while you're eating. I can't tell you how many people, I have all these problems eating and everything. How much water do you drink with dinner? Oh, big tall glass. Well, there's your problem.
Get rid of that.
That's what you want to stay away from.
Let's talk about the units.
Okay.
And how easy they are to have in your home.
Right.
The unit that is actually behind me is called the Gold Fox unit.
Right.
And I noticed there are a multitude of buttons. There's a purified water, coffee and tea button, high pH, low pH, drinking water, all sorts of things on it. What exactly does this unit do? Okay.
All these water ionizers are all basically going to do the same thing. It's like any car. They're all basically going to do the same thing, which is move forward. And it's just sort of bells and whistles as to which one you're going to get. But you're looking for the pH to be raised up between a 9.5 and 10. That's the high end. And they all will do that, on normal tap water, which around the greater Lansing area and Michigan here, you're going to very easily be able to reach a pH between 9.5 and 10.
What is it without the water ionizer now? Our normal tap water, do we know what that is?
Yeah, around 7, usually a 7, 7.5. Depends, some areas a little more acidic. I've seen water that's really quite acidic. But regardless of that, when you create hydroxyl ions in the water, which is what you're doing with ionized water, and I never like to get too technical because I'm not really a technical person, but you're creating hydroxyl ions, and in this case it's an oxygen molecule with an extra electron.
Okay.
Well, we're starved for electrons. When you've got things in your body that are missing electrons, we call those free radicals. A free radical is any kind of an atom or molecule that's missing an electron. It's going to try to go to one of your cells and steal an electron. Now you have free radical damage. This is one of the main sources of disease. So we're trying to constantly put substances into our body that are loaded with electrons. We go back, raw foods and ionized water. They're the only ones that are out there that are really natural, of course, that'll provide your body with the sufficient amount of electrons that you know, your body, they can be used as free radical scavengers.
Now this unit, how does this install? Does this sit on a counter? Is it mounted to a wall?
Either way, you can put it right on the counter. It is meant to be up on top of the sink. You can put it down below, but it's really not designed to be put that way.
No, I was going to say you couldn't get to the buttons and make different choices and whatnot.
It's not. And so you can put it in any room in the house. You don't have to be limited to the kitchen. I have mine in the bathroom so I can brush my teeth with that kind of stuff. I find it more convenient. And it can be hung on the wall. Any of the units, we basically have 6 different units that we sell. And you know, the differences in them between it are, you know, some are stronger than the others, but then once again we come up with you don't want the water over a pH of 10. Because if you look at the pH scale, and this is the interesting thing, Linda, you look at the pH scale, every move, we should be balanced around 7. Anybody who is sick, I guarantee you their body is acidic. You take somebody with a cold, you've dropped your body pH. Take somebody with cancer, it's very low. Somebody who is rife with cancer, dying of cancer, you're going to see their pH is extremely low. It's down into the 5s.
Wow.
Now, every move to the right or left on a pH scale is a move tenfold. So when you go from 7 to 8 to 9, you're going 10, 100, 1,000. Let me give you an example why you don't want to drink pop. Okay, you got a pH of 2.5. All right, run the math on that. That's about 50,000 times more acidic than your body ought to be at a pH of 7.